Welcome to Timber&Terra. I am Glenn, and it's time to process some firewood. So it looks like a nice, beautiful winter wonderland, and it does look nice. We've had a warm stretch, and this time of year, almost always at the end of a warm stretch comes just enough snow to make things wet and mushy. So there's about 10 cords there. When I left the last video, I had just collected these 10 cords from out back there along the stone wall. So now's the time to cut it into firewood. Before I start processing those 16-foot logs, I have all these little pieces that sort of wreak havoc try to be piled in there that I'll process first, and hopefully that cleans the snow off this firewood table. So my process generally is use the loader, which is one of the benefits of having the separate engine there rather than using tractor hydraulics. Most of these type of loaders, forwarding trailers, whatever you want to call them, come in two options, with or without this separate motor. But this makes it nice because I don't have to hook up my tractor in order to make it work. So I'm just using the trailer here as a loader. I'm not going to put anything in the bunk, obviously. Just transfer it from the pile to my firewood table. And depending on the size, it'll either be split or just put right in the racks here. These firewood racks are exactly a half a cord for the length of firewood that I cut, which is 24 inches. So they are 8 feet across, 4 feet high up to here, and with a 2-foot depth. That works out to be 64 cubic feet, which is a half a cord. So I will be able to determine how close to my guesstimate of 10 cords I have there, because this is relatively accurate. But the only inconsistency is we don't pile directly to the top, we hump it over a little bit. So there's just over a half a cord in each one of these. So a little bit about my firewood table. I have it set up so I can either cut 16-inch, which is the yellow marks, or 24-inch, which is the pink marks. You can tell I don't cut hardly any 16-inch material. But for short little pieces like this, all I have to do, I can spread the small pieces out the whole length of the firewood table. As long as I have one end even with one of these cut marks, then I'll still cut 24 inches. Oftentimes I'll have a little piece on the end and I throw those over there, either for a campfire in the summer or just the bonfire pile that we burn once or twice a year. The bar on my chainsaw is 25 inches, so as long as I keep the base of the saw somewhere in here, I won't risk cutting into the metal frame, which is, this is wood, but way down in there is a metal frame. But I've not hit it yet. Hit some screws there a couple times, but taking those out since. This smell is horrible. sometimes I'm a very poor judge as to how much I should be picking up with that. Obviously I picked up a little bit too much that time. Just a lot of sticks going every which way. These gloves I just got this year. They are in this sort of weather with wet sticky snow, right around 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Just enough insulation there. They're rubber gloves, my hands don't get wet. Sort of bought them on a whim as I was passing by them in the local hardware store. I'm glad I did. Well, that's it for today. The day is nearing its end. A perfect stopping point. We have just about one cord done. As I mentioned, it's just a little bit beyond the tops of those, but it'll probably be pretty close to the tops when that dries out and the diameter shrinks a bit as the firewood dries. You probably saw my wife teaching my grandson how to use the splitter for the first time. I didn't get a whole lot of chance to watch that, but he seemed to be doing fine by the end of the cord here. I'm sure you also noticed that it is not completely clean and effort-free to put logs on here and cut them. A lot of it has to do with them being curved, particularly the gray birch. They just curve every which way to get to the sun. And snow like this, ice storms really wreak havoc with bending the gray birch over. But I'm happy just to have them at waist level. I can mess around with them. A couple times they do fall off when they're curved, and I cut a piece and you saw that big one fall down. So I use the loader to pick that one up, but most of the times the small ones that fall off, I just put them on by hand. It's not a big deal. So this was the first tank of gas with my new chainsaw, 462. It's a CM or C. It has the electronic carburetor. I have that in my 261, which I really like. This replaced a 391 that I had that has an issue with the crankshaft bearing. I've not looked into it. It may not even be worth repairing. I'll look into that later. But so this is a replacement to that. There's really no comparison. It's only one tank of gas, but it is so light and so powerful and so smooth, so effortless. I really like it. So I'm going to put away these two racks. I will mark them with ribbon so I know where I started to see how close I came to my 10 cord guess. Put these two racks away, get a couple empty ones to put in their place, so ready for the next time. Well, that'll do it for this cord and for this video. I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for some more of this fun and excitement. Thanks again, appreciate it.